Hello, folks, and welcome to another Hangouts and Headlines episode. Today we're talking about artificial intelligence, generative artificial intelligence, not just the AI that you see in video games, as well as what the legal and moral ramifications are for technological products that go out there into the world and have an effect on real people out there. Now, if you're not familiar with Hangouts and Headlines, this is not a virtual legality. We won't be diving too deeply into the legalities of this situation, though there is some discussion there that we will be having. We will instead be taking a headline, this case in the New York Times, and discussing how this story has been reported and what it means in the world and to us. But before we do, we're going to hang out with everybody in the community for about a half hour to discuss this issue and others. How is everybody doing out there? Are you excited about this weekend? Are you excited about Halloween coming up? How is everybody doing? Tracy G says, good morning from LaSalle, Iowa instead. Good morning, Tracy G. How are you doing? Britt Cormier says the answer to this particular question as posed in the headline is too easy. The answer is no. Just like Ozzy was not responsible for people committing suicide. Ozzy Osbourne, presumably. And we'll talk about that. Although the actual headline is, can AI be blamed for teen suicide? And we'll discuss exactly why I think the answer to that is probably yes in just a minute. So thank you so much, Britt. I'm glad to have you here. I'm so glad to have everybody here in the chat, in the comments, having these conversations that I think are so important here in 2024 and beyond, because technology is constantly moving forward. And we have to have a conversation basically at all times about what given technology means to us, how society should react to that technology. And that's really why this channel exists, is to have those conversations about not just video games, but also about things like artificial intelligence. Aldo, good morning. Thank you so much for popping in. Edward says, I'm doing great outside of the looming PS5 Pro purchase pull from my account in a week or two. Yes, the new PlayStation 5 upgrade, the Pro, or Professional Edition, I guess, if you're a professional video game player, is coming out very soon, and it's going to be, I think, $700 American dollars and different prices across the world. That is a lot of money for a video game system. This will actually be the first kind of launch video game system I haven't bought on launch day in a long time. But Edward, good luck to you and to your bank account. I hope the PlayStation 5 Pro treats you very well. Tracy G says she's doing great on a cross America road trip. Interesting topic today. Thank you. I do try to make the topics interesting. I saw this headline yesterday. This is an article that's only about a day old. And I thought, I have a lot to say about that issue. It's just a matter of whether or not I can put a video together in time to have that conversation with you all. And thankfully I could. So I'm very happy to be here. Silver Raven Adventure says, I am so happy I'm not a kid in this AI world. I can understand that as well. There is a certain amount of comfort in seeing what's happening now with social media, with telephones, with things like generative artificial intelligence, and knowing that you are past some of the more difficult formative years of your life experience. And so I totally get that. I also agree that I don't know how I would have done with social media and all these various technological things in my life at that early age. But that's part of the conversation we're going to talk about today. Sandy says, I recently started using AI for my genealogy research. I found it very useful. I think there are excellent use cases for artificial intelligence. I think as any new tool